Right, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and greetings to all those, and peace and blessings be upon you all. And bambadi boo boo for those who don't know what that means. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, that is. Right, I thought it's up to me to teach the people who say, I am a non-Muslim, or why I've left Islam, or I'm an ex-Muslim. I really would like to know if they know the certain principles in Islam. Here is some of them. What is Islam? Islam is the Arabic word. It means peace. If a Muslim practices Islam, he will find peace. He or she will find peace. Islam means to obey Allah, the Arabic word for God, and to follow His command. A person who follows Islam is called a Muslim. Not a Muslim, not a Muslim, not a Muzzy, a Muslim. What does Islam teach? Islam teaches how to live a good life on earth, tells us how to live as good people, tells Muslims that Allah is their creator and master, and that He is the only one that should be worshipped, teaches Muslims how to talk and act with each other, teaches how to be honest, truthful and generous, teaches how to keep clean and pure. So Islam is not just something that is just practiced in the masjid, but it is something that a Muslim does all the time. Iman. What a Muslim believes in. Number 1. Allah, God. A Muslim believes in the one God who created everything. He has no beginning or end. He has no children or partners. He cannot be seen. He is the only one that is worshipped. Number 2. We believe in angels. These are the servants of Allah who do what Allah tells them. For an example, in Islam we are taught that the angels, by God's permission, they bring the winds, and by God's permission they look after the clouds, and by God's permission they grow the trees, by God's permission. They take the sperm to the ovary in the womb of the mother, by God's permission. They blow the soul into the early stages of the baby, by God's permission, and they take the soul by God's permission after death. They do many a jobs, angels, like God's workforce. They work for God. Number 3. Prophets and messengers of Allah. These are people that Allah chose to show people how to lead a good life, and they told the people how to worship Allah. Names like Noah, peace be upon him. Names like Solomon, David, John the Baptist, Zachariah, Lot, Idris, Saleh, Moses, Abraham, Jesus and Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon all of the beautiful prophets and messengers. Ameen. Number 4. Books of Allah. Allah sent some of His messengers with books which told people how to live a good life. Muslims believe that the last book sent to the last prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is called the Quran. They try to read the Quran every day. Number 5. Life after death and the day of resurrection. Muslims believe that everyone will die. The day of resurrection is when Allah will awaken everybody up again. People will be rewarded for the good deeds and punished for their bad deeds. And number 6. Destiny. Muslims believe that Allah told us what is good and what is bad, and that is up to you, to everyone, to choose what they do. This kind of makes you think about why I left Islam and I'm an ex-Muslim. Because if they knew the last one, they would be grounded in knowledge to answer the question. They could never become an ex-Muslim, especially if you know God is in control of your life. Next title, Duties of a Muslim. As well as believing in the things above, a Muslim must perform 5 duties below. Number 1, Tawheed, which means, and it's quite vast, Tawheed, believe and worship one God, known in Arabic as Allah. A-L, the, L-A-H, God, the God, Allah. B, Salat, which means performing prayers, praying 5 times a day. Muslims pray 5 times a day. Muslims pray 5 times a day. So one has to pray to be a Muslim. The first thing on the Day of Judgment that Allah will ask and bring a man and a woman up to account for is their prayers. C, fasting. Not eating or drinking anything from sunrise to sunset for the whole month of Ramadan. Now, for some people out there who don't understand fasting and think Muslims for a whole month they don't eat anything, and people do believe this, it doesn't mean this. It means before the sun rises, the Muslim is up setting their food to eat. When the sun comes up, they stop eating, because our beloved Prophet told us when the person is fasting, the whole body is fasting, and fasting is a shield from the hellfire. Why? You sin with your eyes, you sin with your ears, you sin with your tongue, you sin with your hands, you sin with your feet. Fasting protects you. You don't look at bad things when you're fasting. You don't say bad things with your tongue when you're fasting. You don't listen to backbiting when you're fasting. You only walk to nice places when you're fasting, and you do good deeds like giving in charity, helping grannies up the stairs, helping people with their shopping with your hands when you're fasting. Zakat, giving money to the poor and the needy. Giving money to the poor and the needy. So some savings that you have, not all your money, just some little savings, 2.5% of your earnings, you give in charity to someone who is misfortunate than you. And E, Hajj, going to visit the holy city of Mecca in the Arabia at least once in your lifetime. And this is the Hajj, the pilgrimage, that if you go onto YouTube, I'm advertising YouTube again, hey, if you go into YouTube and type in the Kaaba, type in Hajj, you will see the universal brotherhood and sisterhood, one God, one religion, one faith, doesn't matter what color you are, all submitting to the one God, the universal Hajj. We see from these rituals and these different concepts of Islam to show you the basics of what Muslims believe. Inshallah, God willing, anything bad that I've said is from myself, and all goodness belongs to God. I hope this is enough information for those people who are searching in life. And don't worry, I still got lots of videos to make, and I'm here for you guys. May God bless you and give you a lovely life in this world and the next. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.